Okay, momentum quiz number 7. A 7-kilogram watermelon drops from a 1-meter table. How much force? So you're trying to find force. Does the watermelon feel if the landing takes 0.1 seconds? So it looks like we're going to be using this formula again, where your change in momentum is equal to the force times time. So to get an idea of what is happening here, a watermelon falls from a table. Okay, so watermelon falls from a table, and of course what happens to the watermelon? Watermelon explodes. Okay, it feels a lot of force, and the watermelon is most likely going to explode. So we're dealing with impulse. So the watermelon at the very bottom of this drop. So the watermelon starts at 0, goes down, and then right there has a lot of momentum. And then because the ground gets in the way, the momentum disappears in a small amount of time, and so this thing is going to feel quite a lot of force. So the problem is not about going from up here to here. The problem is about the impact or the impulse that the watermelon experiences from hitting the ground. The drop is going to play a role in finding how much velocity or how much momentum the watermelon actually had right before it hit the ground. So right before it hit the ground, you need a certain amount of momentum. We know the mass of the watermelon. We don't know the velocity. So what we're going to have to do is use a velocity equation to find this out. In this case, the initial velocity was up here, was the initial velocity at the table, and it was 0 since it's just dropping. It wasn't thrown or anything. So the final velocity is going to be 0 plus 2. The reason the watermelon's falling is because of gravity, 9.8, and it's dropping a distance of 1 meter. You can do this math in your head. It's 19.6. So the final velocity, we don't know that quite yet. I need to get rid of this 2 by square rooting both sides. So the final velocity of the watermelon is square root 19.6, 4.427 meters per second. So what I know down here is that the watermelon, starting from 0, had watermelon hit the ground with a momentum of 7 times 4.427, which is 30.990. So that's how much momentum the watermelon had. The momentum was 30.990. How much force? We don't know that. We know the time. So all you have to do is divide by 0.1, and that's your force. 309.903 newtons.